Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, I'm Paula and I talk about what's really happening in the crypto markets. No hype, no noise, just straight talk and data. If you find this kind of content useful, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that little bell so next time you don't miss one. And as always, this isn't financial advice, it's just what I'm seeing in the charts and how I'm personally reading things right now. All right, let's get into it because honestly, the way Bitcoin's moving right now, or not moving, it's got the exact feeling that it gets right before something big. Bitcoin's been stuck around that 110k to 112k range for a while now. It's quiet, a little too quiet, and every single time we've seen this sideways chop, low volume, low volatility, it's been followed by a pretty major move. People are bored, social mentions are down. You can almost feel retail losing interest. And that's usually when smart money starts buying. They're not chasing breakouts, they're quietly building positions when nobody's paying attention. And right now, that's exactly what it looks like is happening again. So if you look at on-chain data, long-term holders aren't budging. Coins are leaving exchanges, and ETF inflows, especially from BlackRock and Fidelity, have been slowly climbing again. That's not the behaviour of traders looking for a quick flip. That's accumulation. It's quiet, steady, and strategic. Open interest has also been ticking up, which usually means traders are bracing for volatility. They don't know when it's coming, but they're preparing for it. And when you combine that with how calm the charts have been, something's brewing. Now, if we zoom out a bit, the macro environment's actually turning slightly more supportive for crypto. Inflation's called a touch. A few central banks are starting to talk about possible rate cuts early next year, and the US dollar has been softening a bit too. Historically, when the dollar drops, Bitcoin tends to gain ground. Bond yields look like they've topped out as well. And when that happens, big investors start looking for new places to park their money. And that's where Bitcoin starts to shine again. So the timing here is really interesting. We've got a quiet chart, steady institutional flows, and a macro backdrop that's starting to tilt in Bitcoin's favour. All right, let's talk numbers. The support zone for me right now is between 106k and 110k. As long as we stay above that, Bitcoin looks healthy. If we lose 106k on a daily close, then yeah, we could see a drop towards 100k, maybe even the high 90s. But honestly, that would likely just be another shakeout before the next leg higher. Now, the big level everyone is watching is 112k. We've rejected there a few times, but if Bitcoin finally breaks through that and holds it, I think we can see a run towards 115k, maybe 120k fairly quickly. If momentum picks up, we could even test 125k before the end of the year. It's one of those wait for confirmation kind of moments. Patience is everything here. Now, if Bitcoin starts to move, altcoins will eventually follow, but they'll probably lag at first. That's just how it always plays out. Money usually flows into Ethereum first, then into big caps like XRP, Solana, Chainlink, and after that into smaller stuff, AI, gaming, tokenization. If that starts bouncing, that's normally the first sign the altcoin rotation's about to begin. ETFs are still quietly driving a lot of this market. The inflows aren't explosive, but they're consistent, and that consistency says a lot. Institutions aren't chasing short-term pumps, they're building long-term positions. They're not looking for the next 10x coin, they're looking at Bitcoin as a new asset class. And if the Ethereum ETF gets approved next year, that's going to open the floodgates even wider. So here's how I see it. If Bitcoin can break and hold above 112k, I think we push into the 115 to 120k range pretty fast. And if that fails and drops under 106k, we probably retest 100k first before heading higher again. Either way, the quiet phase is nearly over. Volatility's coming back, and November could be one of the most interesting months we've seen all year. So yeah, smart money's accumulating, volatility's low, and the macro backdrop slowly turning in Bitcoin's favour. This range won't last forever, and when it breaks, it'll move fast. What do you think's going to happen first? a breakout above 112k, or a dip to 100k before the next leg? Let me know in the comments. I read every single one of them. If you enjoyed this video, hit a like, drop a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. Next week, I'll go over the altcoins I'm watching if Bitcoin does start breaking out. So make sure you're here for that one. Stay smart, stay grounded, and I will see you in the next video.